Hello guys, today is the final day of the 50-day quiz challenge, day 50, June 26, because June 27 ideally was the prelims date. That is why we planned like this from May 8th, and it is coming to a conclusion. So whoever have not watched the previous episodes, please go and watch. It is there in a single playlist, and 5 questions each day. So 250 free questions you see out of the 10,000 MCQs which we are giving to our batches. So you can see that sample and get back to us for enrollment. And today's questions are from survey, economic survey, that too only the first chapter, because we are making the test for that for our students. So today the first chapter I read and made 5 questions, so we'll show that. And this video, okay, the thumbnail of the economic survey video is what you see on screen. You can watch that video to understand the importance of that. And last year questions were directly solvable from a prelims economic survey test. So this year's test is being in preparation, and from there I'll show you 5 questions. So this time, instead of PPT, directly I'll show you in the YouTube, because I had asked my students to go and answer there. All the questions are already posted, the 5 questions for today. So going to the fifth one, that is the first question. This one, okay, 4 hours ago we posted, and 140 people have voted this. So there has been lot of lockdowns in the past, but why did economic survey quote the COVID lockdown as the great lockdown? So here different options are given: highest number of deaths by any pandemic, longest duration compared to any pandemic till date, around 90% economics expected to be economies, okay, it is economy expected to go in recession, and around 90% of the nations faced vaccine shortage. So if you see the voting which students have done, this is actually the correct answer. So the explanation I'll show you in the document itself, which we will be giving to students. So this will be the test which will be given on July 15th. So like this, there will be a table of content which will take you to all the government sites where documents are there, and also extra codes and terminologies, mains, potential questions. All these things will be covered in this. Okay, this is the index of economic survey 1 and 2. In this, the first chapter, if you see saving lives and livelihood, from there the 5 questions have been picked up today. Okay, so this is how a rough sample will be. Okay, so this is the question, and it's picked up from volume 1 chapter 1, as I told. So around 90% economies, I'll just edit it here, economies expected to go in recession. Okay, and if you see, this is what they have shown in the economic survey, this graph. So more than 90% of the economies expected to see contraction per capita income in 2020. So like this, from after 1870, this kind of value has come now. Okay, share of economies in recession. So the reasons are also they are giving. The crisis world is facing today is unique in number of ways. Okay, firstly, the health crisis induced global recession is in contrast with the previous global recession, which were driven by confluence of wide range of factors. Okay, earlier there were various other factors, but here it is a pandemic. Then here, secondly, the recession is highly synchronized, as the fraction of economies experience annual declines is 90%, as I told. Here there's a sync between all the economies. Everybody are facing kind of same kind of thing, and that is why it is called the Great Lockdown. Thirdly, the present crisis is unique as it is originated in a pandemic that required social distancing and limiting of physical interaction. Okay, so obviously the work and manufacturing, everything will get affected. Okay, here social distancing also has to be maintained, unlike the other depressions and all which happened, where people can still work in the factories and these things. Okay, so that is the first one. So the second question, you can go and check that also. I think first we'll see all the answers what students have given, then look the answer, because anyway it is in order. So the economic survey mentions about black swan event. Which of the following are true? It is a rare negative event with no positive connotations to it. The term was first used in finance during the 1991 LPG reforms in India. The term became popular after the 2008 financial crisis. So here, if you see the answer wise what they have given, I don't think it is the right answer here. It should be 3 only. Okay, but it's 14% only. Now the other question, answers we'll discuss at the last after seeing what students have answered. So economic survey mentions about barbell strategy. It can involve investing in high risk bond, investing in low risk bond, investing in medium risk bond. So this also, if you see, one only is that is invest in high risk bond is the highest vote, but that is wrong. It's actually 1 and 2 only. Okay, high risk and low risk. The middle one will not be there. That also I will explain what is barbell strategy. Then about report, World Population Prospects 2019 was published by Oxford, and India has a higher population of elderly people, that is age above 60, compared to other developed countries like this one and other SARC members like this one. So is it true? So here the answer, it should be actually 2 only. Okay, because this report is not by Oxford and this number is actually correct. And the last question, indices, Global Social Mobility Index, that is United Nations Development Program, and Stringency Index, COVAX Alliance. Actually here again answer is wrong. It should be neither 1 nor 2, because both are wrong. Okay, now we'll see the explanations for this. So here black swan event, which of the following are true? So this is actually an extremely negative rare event, which is correct only. But even though there is a negative connotation, the idea does not only refer to negative things, okay? Because some things which is negative for a person will be positive for someone else. Okay, a sudden crash in stock market is negative for most investors, except for those with aggressive short positions. So it can depend from person to person and perception to perception. So this no positive connotation or angle or perception to it, that is wrong. So one is not correct. Then it is not during LPG reforms. It's actually in 2007 only. Here, if you see Wall Street Trader, he told this term in 2007, and it became popular after 2008. This is actually about the possibility. It's like a possibility of seeing a black swan along among a group of white swans. Meaning, according to everyone, the swans are all white. Okay, you would not have seen a black swan. So people believe that there is nothing like black swan, and so you, even if somebody tries to tell you that there exists a black swan, you will not believe because you have never seen that. Okay, so something which is out of context, which you cannot believe, actually happens. Okay, so that event is called black swan event, which can have negative things also. Okay, it's a Western belief that there are only white swans, but there is actually black swan also in other countries. So here in diagram it will be more easy to understand. Black swan event in the finance world refers to an extremely negative rare event which is impossible to predict. Such events are random and have widespread ramifications. It can either be positive or negative. The term is inspired by the possibility of seeing a black swan among a group of white swans. Okay, so now when COVID situation this happened and economy has gone like this, it is like a black swan event. Okay, so examples are given here: financial crash of 2008, Zimbabwe's hyperinflation in 2008, then some dot-com bubble in 2001, 9/11 attacks, Brexit. All these are examples of this sudden kind of event. Okay, so this is the attributes and all, like it's unpredictable, widespread consequences, and people will argue that it was predictable. Okay, so here you can read again, and if you see there is another black swan, gray swan, and white swan. Obviously you would have understood the meaning now. This is like highly improbable. There is high probability that it can happen. There's high certainty that it will definitely happen. Okay, because white swan, white swan exists. So same like that. So this is again just a concept which is mentioned in the economic survey, so you have to know it. Okay. Now, economic survey mentioned the barbell strategy. So here, as I told, only the high and low will be there. Barbell strategy is an investment concept that suggests that the best way to strike a balance between reward and risk is to invest in the two extremes of high risk and no risk asset while avoiding the middle of the road choices. Okay, there are various levels, right, in investing. Like speculative stocks such as initial public offer or small biotechnology companies are highly risky. Okay, new companies are highly risky. Blue chip stocks are less risky. Then bonds and this certificate of deposit or government bond, these kind of things will be the safest. So there are different levels. So the highest risk one and the lowest risk one you will invest, but the middle one you will not invest. Okay, that strategy is called barbell strategy. Okay, so that applies for bonds. Again, more explanations given here. So for understanding only. Okay, the more you read, it will be easier for you to get the concept. So again, bullet strategy is there, which is opposite to that. With this approach, investors commit to a given date by buying bonds that are all due to mature at the same time, say in 7 years. Meaning you invest and then you forget about it, because until 7 years it's not going to mature and you don't care until it is maturing. So that straightforward thing is called bullet strategy. Okay. Now next question. This report is actually by United Nations. If you see here, United Nations report, World Population Prospects, and this is the share of elderly people in different countries. Okay, so India's share is this much, and USA is this much, Russia is this much. So a comparative thing they have given. You don't have to by heart the numbers. You just have to know India's is this much huge. Okay, so here China is not given. And about this thing report, it will be published by United Nations as shown here. So the answer will be 2 only. Okay, because the first one, World Population Prospect 2019, is by Oxford, is wrong, and this one is a true statement. Okay, China is not given in this thing, but other countries, Asian countries and developed countries are given. Okay, so the last question: which of the following indices are matched correctly? Social Mobility Index and Stringency Index. Both are wrong, and these are again given in the economic survey. So the first one is by World Economic Forum, in which India has a very low rank. If you see, 76th rank in the latest report. In the 82 countries. And technology access, health, education, work, and social protection, these are the factors. UPSC is asking the factors also nowadays, so you have to study this also. Okay, then the stringency index is actually like how strictly you have done the lockdown measures. So this is done by Oxford University again, but it is released in India by the Department of Economic Affairs. That is the one who prepares the economic survey. There it is released, this report. So here it is mentioned, like they have a tracker, Oxford COVID-19 government response tracker. And actually, good thing is in that in this thing, India has the highest one. Okay, India is having 100, because we had done the lockdown when our cases were just in hundreds. Okay, when other countries like USA and all, they had deaths also, they had lot of lakhs of casualties and patients, they did not do lockdown, but we did lockdown much earlier. So in the stringency measure, we are having 100 as the highest score. Okay, 0 to 100 the value will be, and 100 score we have. It's not like only India has, there are many other countries also. Okay, here you can see Honduras, Argentina, Jordan, Libya, all these have. And here again they have shown the cases also, like estimated, we estimated a number, but our cases were much lesser than that. Okay, so that difference, so ours is all in green color if you see India's, but USA it is in minus. Okay, meaning you estimated something and even much more cases than that happened, but India's is reverse. Okay, so that is why the answer here for this question will be neither one nor two, because this is by Oxford and the other one is by World Economic Forum. So this question answer is being published in the economic survey test, which will be given to students by July 15th. Okay, the enrolled students. So you can come to enroll. The next question is V-shaped recovery, but this we'll discuss in some other session, or the students who enroll will get it. Okay, so I'll wind up this video. Thank you and have a nice day.